Go. Here we go. Alright, hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Super Bowl Sunday. I don't like the result, but I'm doing okay. Anyway, we're going to paint some Carnevale tonight. Carnevale. So I am going to start by, we're just color blocking. So I just prime these models. Prime them gray, and then I actually went pretty heavy on the white here. And right now, we're kind of working on the underbelly here on this guy here. He's kind of like a, reminds me of like Merman from He-Man, or if you're familiar with like Roger Corman, Humanoids from the Deep. That's what this kind of reminds me of. He's holding this skull here like, yeah, alas, Yorick is mine. So he's got the alas poor Yorick here. We're going to paint his underbelly this kind of light green. What is that? What hand is this? Seems like this thing has has like an extra hand down there. That's weird. What's that? Whatever. Let's just paint up to it like that. And then paint a little bit of the undersides of the legs here, like that. Okay. So we are just color blocking with speed paints right now. This is kind of the normal part of my process is, this is like a modified slap chop basically, right? I'm primed gray followed by white. Sometimes I do a white dry brush to slap chop, but right now I'm just doing like a heavier white to let me kind of block these and keep the colors pretty bright on them. I think these are gonna be fairly bright by the time I'm done. So we'll go like that. These are, they're gonna be turquoise, but I am gonna modify them just a little bit. I wonder if I should try to poke through that right there. Let's see. All right, let's see if I can. Looks like I can. So I'm just gonna carve out that. Right, so you get the full effect of the digit there. See what I did? Just pop that out. It's cool. Pretty good. Okay. So we're just working on underbellies right now. And then we got the big old mammer jammer here. And of course he's got pretty cool underbelly. So we'll do this right. To have a little bit of underbelly, just like that. That's about it. I can do these too. Right, the insides of the thighs. Okay. Right. Cool. Okay. So now let's go ahead and I guess I can go back to the humans here for a second. Start painting some eyes in. Let's do that. I know I hate painting eyes on camera, but you gotta do it at some point. So might as well be right now. You guys tell me if you have any specific questions, any comments. You know, is this how you do it? Do you have a different way of performing the slap of the chop? So I'm gonna get like kind of like a charcoal black going. Okay. And these eyes on these are pretty small. You know, if I wanted to do them realistically, I probably wouldn't try to paint the eyeballs in at all, but you know me, I like to have like full eyeballs if I feel like I could fit that in there. Let's do some full eyeballs. And these guys here, taking a little bit of a beating. They have scars on their faces and stuff. This guy here just looks sad. He doesn't want to get eaten by the fish people. Okay. And then let's do this guy here. Okay. Alright. Let's switch over. We're still doing eyes, so let's switch over to this white color. Alright. And really this is going to be the hardest part about painting these guys. Tapping those little eyeballs in. Tap, tap. Okay, I need to get the bottom of her eye. Okay. I know you guys can't see much on your screens. I apologize for that. Alright. Honestly, just gonna leave that eye just like that, because it looks fine. Let's get sad boy here right here. He's very sad. Because they're gonna eat him. He doesn't want them to eat him. He doesn't even want me to put his eyes in so he can see this. And then finally, let's get this fish boy's eyes in. Okay, and let's get the other one. Very nice. Okay. I know you guys can't see much, but those eyes are coming in pretty good. Let's finish with a final dot on these eyes. Ooh. She's still not quite, for the epoxy for her base isn't quite dry yet. So she's a little unstable. Okay, pretty good. Pretty compelling scaredy eyebrows by her, or eyeballs by her. Let's do this guy. Okay, that's it. It's gonna be like that. And then this guy. All right. Let's see. There's a turquoise. Let's use the old school pterodon turquoise. Alright. And we're just going to get... This stuff has seen better days. Should I pour it out maybe? Get it to flow? Should I do that? Let me do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Alright. So let's get some pterodon turquoise out here. I'm gonna get my brush pretty damp, because this is gonna be... I'm gonna actually want to put some miles on this turquoise. What I mean by that is I want to kind of push it far into the lines of the model, right? So it has this nice kind of even turquoise look to it. Oh, I see what's going on. It's not an extra hand. It's just the claw extension. Hey, what's up, Toast? What brings you to the feed? Are you here for the painting? You want to celebrate the Super Bowl? Maybe complain about the Super Bowl? You want to ask about miniature games? I can't tell you a whole lot about Carnevale because I haven't tried it yet, but as you can see, starting to paint the minis. Painting? What are you painting, Toast? All right. Painting miniature games. Cool. Did you play anything recently? I played a game earlier today, and happy to talk about that, if you like. All right. So we're just painting up some Carnevale. Earlier today, played a game of Malifaux, uh, 3rd edition, which was super fun. Um, painting miniatures you got? Cool. What do you collect? Yeah, anyway, I'll get back to you in a minute. Right now, I'll talk to you about Malifaux 3rd edition. Kind of getting back into the game. Been playing 3rd edition on and off. But now we went to LVO, played in a doubles tournament in LVO, and did pretty well actually. So pretty happy about that. Came back home and my buddy who was my doubles partner told me he wanted to play more games, get in more games of Malifaux this year. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I've been breaking out the Malifaux and back to my my Colette 2 crew. Having a lot of fun playing those. This guy here. So yeah. Legion, but also starting to collect Warhammer 40k. All right. Well, you picked a couple of the big ones, so those are big, popular war games. I do play Legion myself, but I quit 40k about 15 years ago and never looked back. I played 40k for about 15 years, and I quit it about 15 years ago. And never looked back. No longer, like, once I quit for good, because I did quit. A lot of people quit multiple times and come back, and I quit probably a couple times before I quit for the final time. So there's that. Really starting to like these fish guys. But that's cool. Are you new to wargaming in general? It sounds like if you're just getting into 40k, my chances are you are new to wargaming in general. And I actually call it miniature gaming because there are other games that are not war games. For example, Carnevale here. It's a skirmish game. Star Wars Legion is a war game, but my favorite mode is the skirmish mode. I like, I don't know, I like the smaller, faster games myself. And that's probably just a consequence of, getting older and then really wanting kind of better use of my time. War games are great and all, but they take a very long time to collect and build your army, and then setting up boards, and then playing, right, playing your one game that you're going to play for like the entire day, and storing and transporting all of your minis. It's a lot. When you get into skirmish games, you realize how much more convenient, and in my opinion, um, how much better the overall experience is, because like I'm painting these 7 minis, right? 7 minis, and they're all very characterful. You know, um, it didn't take me long to build them, and it didn't cost me a lot of money to buy them, and they're gonna paint up pretty quick, as you can see. Doing pretty well on the painting front here. So these guys are gonna be done in a couple of nights, really, and then right. So technically by Wednesday, I will have a Carnevale crew that I could go take and play games of Carnevale with. With a war game, it would take me a lot longer to get to a point where I can show up and play a game with a painted army. And I know a lot of people just say, "Oh, who cares? Just build your stuff and play your army like that." And the name of this channel is Play It Painted, and I absolutely hate that idea. For me, I understand some people, it's not the easiest thing in the world to get their stuff painted, but I think playing skirmish games gets you there faster, gets you there cheaper. You get to enjoy your painting, which is nice because, even when you do, like I have some painted full-scale armies, like, right, I do have an AOS army that I painted. I have several Legion armies that I painted. But, best bang for the buck, go out and play a skirmish game. Right? You could even play like Marvel Crisis Protocol. Just, still skirmish level game. It's got them kind of Warhammer prices to them, but, for what it's worth, I like that game. I picked up the two new Web Warriors, so I'll be playing, or I'll be putting those together and painting them at some point. Right? Yeah, that's cool. All right. Okay. So, here we go. Still rocking on with that. Let's go do the big guy now. Arr. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and just do the big guy. Its turquoise color is really, really nice to work with. Very fun. It pools, like, like any Gen 1 contrast paint does. So you have to be a little careful about the lapping. But overall, pretty good, right? Right, so if it's pooling, that's what I look for. I look for if it's pooling at all, and then I'll just pull up the spot where it's pooling, and then just continue to move that around the mini. Really cool looking Really cool looking mini so far. All right. Not sure what color these warts are going to be on it yet. I'll figure something out. All right. Oops. Got some on that bottom wart there. Guess I'm just going to kind of clear that out a little bit. Trying to keep too much of this turquoise out of that to keep that undercoat really bright so that I can paint it a nice like contrasting color and it should look pretty cool. I don't want to paint this too fast, but you do have to work pretty quick with these contrast paints so that they're not drying up on you. 'Cause that's the worst thing when contrast paint dries on you. So I'm keeping my brush nice and damp, just allowing the the turquoise to kind of flow where it wants to flow. Just picking up the pooling. Very cool. Oops. All right. Okay. And getting to a pretty good point here. Right. Again, main thing is to not let this stuff pool. Pick it up, move it. Right. Pretty good. You can see the color blocking is getting done. You are starting, to me, this is one of the best parts because you're starting to feel like that miniature is taking shape into what you are hoping it's going to look like. So, getting this part right can be very satisfying. Don't leave bubbles. Super bad. Alright. Oh, it's kind of a hard no. Painted that spine. That's okay. Just paint. You can always fix whatever you screw up. It's not the end of the world. Alright. And we're almost done with this purple. I mean this turquoise. Okay. There you go. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Alright. Almost done with this turquoise part. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's let that dry. Let's move over. I want to paint a couple of skulls in. I also want to kind of paint in his. So here's what I want to do. I want him to just have. He's kind of like a hybrid guy, so we are just going to very faintly, because this turquoise is so strong, just going to very faintly paint some of this in. Right? So I'm liking that a lot. Right? Gonna give his skin this appearance of. It's actually. The turquoise is actually making a green. Giving him a green look. Which is pretty cool. Right? That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. And then. Just a little, I just want a little on his hands here. There we go. That way, so he kind of matches the other fish guys, but he's still his own man, if that makes sense. Alright, now, let's get some pallid bone. And we're gonna get the skull that he's holding. Okay, and I want to get the skull that the other guy's holding. Right? And I want to you go. Right, so now they're holding those skulls. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to give the slaves like black. I want to give them like black clothing. So let's do that. I like that better than the like the leather brown, like the black. Okay. And in fact, because they have chains, oh wait, this guy here, I didn't get all of his skin actually. He has, his skin reaches all the way up to there. That's the actual edge of the outfit, like that. So hold on, let's put him aside for a second. Let's work on her. Sure, did I get? Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know. Think that's right. Let's go back to this guy. Since I'm pretty sure I got all of his clothes. So we're gonna go black on this guy. And you notice I'm getting the shackles too. Because it makes a good undercoat for the metallic that I intend to use. Alright. The rest is pretty easy. Just gonna hit this with black. Right? Grim black is such a good speed paint color. As you can see, it actually covers really nicely. Alright. Got a bunch of chains here, like that. Yeah, this is a very simple model. It's just gonna look good, just with a pretty simple paint job, right? Nothing really exciting here. Okay. Now we can go back to her. Right, so little tear there. Alright. wing top there. So the sleeves are almost done, actually. There's really not a whole lot to do on them. They're very simple models, but they're good sculpts. Still quite a lot of play in her. Wobbling on her base. That's really gonna annoy me if I have to do any serious dry brushing or anything like that. Whoa. Yeah, she's like not on her base at all. It looks like he's basically wobbling every time I put the brush on her. Oops. That's bad. That was bad. Uh-oh. I can fix it. Should be able to fix it. There we go. There we go. Just looks like bruise. Just looks like a bruise on her thigh rather than a big splotch of black. Okay. Not bad. And then let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Let's get the black done on this guy. Oh, don't like that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. All right. I know this has not been the most exciting stream, but you are kind of looking at this process here of how we quickly paint these miniatures. Ooh, that, like his leg just stopped right there. Let's continue it over. There we go. All right. Okay. Pretty good. So the slaves are getting very close to being done. Very, very close. Not much, not a whole lot left to do on them. Let's do her hair. We're gonna give her kind of like light-ish brown hair. Give her eyebrows. Right, so now you can see there's a pair of eyebrows there. And then let's get her hair in. All right. There we go. She is looking pretty good. Okay. All right, got about 10 minutes left. And the one guy who I've not gone very far on is this guy. That's kind of okay, but what I want to do is let's get some of his outfit done. So I want like a runic gray. So we're gonna have his outfit be runic gray and turquoise. Right, so runic gray on the sleeves. Right. And do I want? Yeah, let's do runic gray there. Like that. Right. And then let's do runic gray on these leggings right here. Because his main body is, we're going back to that turquoise. So we can put the turquoise in. that. Oops. Right. And then, yeah, let's do, whoops, let's do some of this turquoise, which I think is gonna look really cool as his outfit. It kind of marries him up well with the other fish guys. And we'll do the detail of that metal ring there a little bit different. There's a really cool like golden belt thing. We're not going to touch that for right now. Okay. It's looking pretty good. And then let's just do the rest of this outfit in the turquoise. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Anything else can be turquoise on him? I don't think so. Let's put some black on him. So these boots will be black like that. Alright. Okay. Cool. So that's him looking pretty cool. I want to do one more color before we get out of here, because I think it's going to give you a pretty good idea of what I'm expecting these to look like. So we are going to go with this purple alchemy, which is one of my favorite complements to the turquoise. And we're going to do this on all the fin work on these guys. Okay, so it's going to give me a really cool looking contrast here. It's very striking, as you can see. And you can see there's going to be parts where it overlaps with the turquoise. That's okay. We are fully expecting that to be the case. So it's just going to be darker in those patches. Okay. That. All right. Pretty good. Okay. Um, so fins like that. Right? It's going to give you an idea what these are going to look like. Okay. Cool. Let's do the other one. I totally missed out on the fact that they have these fins on the sides of their faces too. Right? And as you can see, as a color block, it's very striking. Okay. Make sure I'm getting everything. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think I have a little thing right there I want to space out. Okay. And then let's do purple here. Okay. Good. Alright. Stuff is coming along. Starting to look nice and color blocked. I want to do to match these guys. My man here is going to have a purple fin up top. Should say magenta because that's what this color really is. It's like a magenta fin. There you go. And then let's go ahead and get some on this guy. So we're almost to the interesting painting here. The stuff that I would normally stream for you guys. But we are pretty much at the end of the stream. But we did get to take you through this part. Yeah. I think the rest of this is just gonna be... He's not gonna have as much purple. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna kind of go like that. Right, to signify that, I don't know, kind of like the purple. Maybe let's just do it. It looks cooler. It does definitely look cooler on that. Right, Something like that. We got time for like one more color. And I think we're gonna go for it before we call this stream to a close. Okay. Let's go for it. All right. All right. The last thing I want to paint before stream comes to a close is I want to paint the cool yellow eyes. On these boys, so cool yellow eyes there. Good morning. How's it going, Shadowcat? You're catching the basic end to this stream, but I don't know if the other ones are supposed to be eyes or not. They kind of look like eyes. Yeah, they look cool. Let's do that. Yeah. All right. So they look cool. Let's just rock it. We'll just own it. Okay. I'm doing okay. My team lost the Super Bowl, but I'm not that big of a sports fan these days, so I'm not as upset as I might have been back when I cared more about sports ball. But I don't care about sportsing all that much anymore. But yeah. Uh-oh. GW's gonna have another price raise. Oh no, could have never saw that coming. Anyway, yeah. So I've been painting about an hour, and we managed to get most of the color blocking done. It's gonna be more of the exciting, the actual like painting to be done on these guys soon. But let's roll through them before we head out. So again, these are what's the name of this faction? The Rashard, the fish guys from Carnevale. I bought the 2-player starter, and my son likes the fish guys, so I'm painting the fish guys first. So here, so you have 3 of these slaves. They're like zealot guys. They're really like fodder type dudes. They're supposed to be like worshippers of the fish people when they get eaten by the fish people. It's like a great honor to be eaten by the fish people. So you get 3 slaves. I still have to do the scars on the back. But you get 3 of these slaves. Yeah, I gotta do scars and I gotta do their shackles. And a little bit of highlighting, and these slaves are basically done. Right? Nothing too much to write about for home there. The guy, they're kind of like deep ones. This guy here is like the hybrid priest guy. You see he's holding that little skull. He's got a trident. You know. He's very, very aquatic looking. This dude. But I didn't get a whole lot done on him. But you can see these minis they're very simple sculpts with what I consider to be fun detail. Good colors, crisp, detail on them. These are the medium-sized fishmen guys, right? And these guys are going to look nice and bright and cool by the time they're done. You get 2 of those. You get this guy here. He's He's got a poor Yorick skull there. And then last but not least is the big humanoid from the deep for you Roger Corman fans. Right? That's the big Mammer Jammer. So yeah, those are my Carnevale meetings so far. They'll probably be finished tomorrow night. I don't know if I doubt I will stream tomorrow night, but I will for sure post pictures of these on my Instagram if you guys want to check those out. I don't know. Maybe I will stream tomorrow night. We'll see. It is the fun part of the painting, so maybe I will stream tomorrow night. Just tune in 9 p.m. Pacific or whatever that is in your time tomorrow and see if I'm streaming again. All right. So with that, we're going to call this stream to a close. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.